Good morning, Bike MS. It is so good to see you. I am Audrey Blank. I am team captain for Team Audrey's Heroes. I'm also living with MS. And since 2007, I am so excited to see you. I am so excited to kick off this virtual event for Bike MS. And I am so excited. I have my friends Jodi and Leanne and Trent with us. And I'm just a few minutes, I'm going to give them a chance to share their stories and talk about the amazing things that we're going to do this weekend, even though we can't meet in person. We are going to be here live right now on Facebook. And if you're sleeping in, you can catch this video later. I get it. Don't worry. But we want you to show us what you're doing this weekend to help create a world free of MS and stop, restore, and end MS forever. So we want to make sure that you take pictures and share them with us using the hashtag virtualbikems. And you can put them in the comment section. And speaking of that, as we're talking, make sure you tell us that you're here. Put your comment section. Tell me what team you're with. Where are you located? And we are so excited whether you are participating in the Texas MS 150 or the Ride the Vineyard. You can show us where you are. We are so excited to see you. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we're taking it virtual, but that's okay. Whether you are partying at the finish line or what you would do to make this amazing weekend special, whether you're partying in your kitchen instead, let us know, share with us, and it's going to be a great time. We have a lot of great things happening all weekend. And so be sure to tune into the page so you can see it. And we can't wait. Make sure, again, hashtag virtual bike MS. And did you know that you can definitely watch this all weekend, just in case you get to miss me, you want to see me again, you can rewatch it, share it with your friends. You can create a Facebook watch party. So make sure you invite everybody. This is the time to increase your fundraising by sharing it and letting people know what you're doing. You know, our experience with Bike MS is always amazing, whether it's in person or virtual. And so this year, since this is our first time going virtual, you never know what's going to happen. You might have a dog or a kid join us, and that's okay because it's all unpredictable, kind of like MS. We never know what MS is going to look like. In 2007, when I was diagnosed with this disease, I literally woke up every morning and wiggled my toes to make sure that the pain I felt today was the same pain I felt yesterday. And so, with this unpredictability that we are in right now, we still need to support the National MS Society and with the COVID Response Fund to help people living with MS. And all that we can do, we need to do it with this virtual event. So you can still fundraise and share your fundraising link. We're going to give you some great ideas about how we're fundraising. And I would love to hear how you are because we are all in this together. No matter where you are in the country, we're doing this. We are going to end MS forever. So I'm so excited, like I said, to introduce my friends, Jodi and Leanne and Trent. And this is a really unique opportunity because all of us on this Facebook Live today are living with multiple sclerosis. And it's been truly outstanding to see the support that the National MS Society has given everybody living with MS. And so my wonderful friends right here are actually going to get to share their story and tell it. So, Leanne, you know, you were diagnosed in 1990. How did you get involved with the MS Society? What kind of made you take that leap of faith and get on a bike?
It took a long time, but it was actually to celebrate my 25th year of being diagnosed. I decided that I needed the challenge to do the Cape Cod getaway, which is 150 miles. And once I started training for that, I got the bug, and I haven't stopped since.
Awesome. You have a great bike, by the way.
Thank you.
That's great. Well, Jodi, and you were diagnosed in '08. So, what got you involved in cycling and participating?
I had originally done Walk MS, and about 6 years ago, my cousin asked if I would ever be interested in doing a cycling event. I hadn't been on a bike since probably high school, but it sounded like a great excuse to go to the vineyard for the weekend. So I borrowed a bike from a friend, learned how to clip in, and rode 63 miles
Awesome.
painfully, but did it. And those hills through Gayhead were no joke, but it was one of the best weekends of my life. And I look forward to it every year. I'm so sad not to be there, but looking forward to celebrating with my team later today with a Zoom happy hour.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, Bike MS is always my favorite weekend of the year. And, you know, Trent, tell us about you. You were diagnosed kind of recently in 2015.
Yeah, so I got diagnosed in 2015, and like a lot of us, that first little bit, I was a little bit, I didn't want to admit it to myself. But in 2016, I also, like Jodi, did my first Walk MS event, and we raised a lot of money for that in a week, which was pretty exciting. And then a year later, I did a Muckfest MS, so that was awesome. That was here right outside of Austin, and then last year I got married, and my wife said, it'd be really fun is if you rode a bike with me while I run my marathon miles. I said, sounds fun for one of us, but sure, I'll come. I'll come ride. And then about 6 months later, I found out that there was a something that you could do to support charities for MS while riding a bike. So I did the Bolero ride in San Antonio, and was gearing up to do the Texas MS 150, and was super excited about that. And now we're virtual, so
Yeah, but we definitely have one in ride going reimagined in September. So,
very.
so Jody, what was your team name? Who do you ride with?
I'm the captain of the beam team.
Okay, and how many cyclists do you have on your team?
Usually for Ride the Vineyard, we have anywhere between 6 and 10. So a small team, but a great group of friends and friends of friends. And again, it's something now that we look forward to every year.
Oh, that's great. And Leanne, how many people ride with you?
We average about 30 to 35 riders each year. I'm a co-captain for Team Everest. We've been around for 16 plus years and have raised over $1 million for MS.
Congratulations. That's awesome. I know with my team, Team Audrey's Heroes, we are just shy of $1 million in fundraising. So we're going to hit it this weekend. I know it. I have that faith. But, in these kind of unconventional times right now, and everybody is stressed with the COVID-19, and a lot of businesses are closed and things like that. How have you kind of reimagined and kind of addressed the fundraising concerns that you might have, and what ideas do you have to help your team and to kind of inspire your donors to keep giving?
I think for my team, we've been sensitive to the fact that people may be struggling financially right now, both businesses and individuals. My team is a friends and family team, and most of our donations, or all of our donations, come from friends and family just giving donations. And luckily, people have continued to be so generous. I think that when we share our story and share what we're doing and post pictures of us riding, it's an inspiration to other people and they want to give. And there are people out there that still have money for charitable donations and they want to give to somebody they know. So I think the best thing is just to keep asking while also being sensitive to what's going on in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Leanne or Trent, do y'all have some ideas?
One of the ways that we've actually found some success, the MS Society has some really great donors who have decided to match funds, and that's been one of the really unique ways to increase the amount of donations that we would have otherwise gotten. I mean, it's been really a fun week with that. I know that we've had a couple of big ones for the Texas MS 150 and some big positive fundraising from that. And so I think that's really been the last little bit that we've done that's really pushed us closer to our first goal of $5,000 to be in the passport program, but the team goal of $10,000 is we're about $3,000 away, so we're almost there.
You'll get there. You'll get there. And speaking of that, and Leanne, I'm going to come to you. But something is exciting is we're going to put y'all's fundraising links in the comment section. So as you're checking into our video today, let us know where you're from and help Trent out, help Jodi out, help Leanne out, and we'll help y'all get to your goals. We really will. And so, Leanne, do you have any other things you want to share with us about what you're doing?
Similar to Jodi, I mean, all of our donors, or majority of our donors, are just individuals. So we're obviously aware of the financial circumstances that people are in. But what I did, it was probably a couple weeks into the lockdown, and one of those days when you just couldn't handle everything that was going on, I wrote a very personal letter out to all of our donors and just said, for you, imagine you're in lockdown and it's how difficult it is. But for someone like us, not only is it difficult, our immune systems are compromised. So we can't go out, we can't do anything. So it's even 10 times or a million times scarier than as it is for you as somebody who is not compromised at all. And that really resonated with a lot of people. So just kind of put in everything in perspective.
Absolutely. And usually with our fundraising, it goes to research and community programs. And right now, the National MS Society has put the COVID Response Fund together. And with that, it's helping with the urgent needs of people like us living with MS and how to handle it. And I want to give a quick shout out to our friends who are joining us. We have Philip from Jefferson, Pennsylvania. It's nice to see you, Philip. Karen in Virginia, and Tina from Massachusetts. Leanne, you might know Tina. And then we have Beth from Team Hosmer, and Brian from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Rich from Boston. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. We are excited. Again, make sure that you are posting and telling us what you're doing in this new kind of way we are participating in Bike MS virtually. Use the hashtag virtual Bike MS. Post the pictures, share them with us in the comment section. We'd love to see all of you. And so talking fundraising like we were, one thing that one of my team members did is cleaning her bike. She took her bike chain and then painted them and then added a wire and made some little earrings for us. And so something she's given to her donors, if they make a donation, she's given them, and recycling or upcycling her pieces. And then another one is a bike tube made into a bracelet. So that was really cool. You got to get creative in these times, but also, supporting local, support our local bike shops, help them, give them some advertising. And I know, Leanne, you did something really cool. And I think Trent, you did too. With your sponsors, you recognize them on your jerseys or your shirts. Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, thanks for reminding me about that. So one of the ways that when we reach out to our mom and pops, and we try to incentivize them for donating to our charity, is we advertise them on our team sheets, team jerseys. And you can see our jerseys here. Just show it to everybody. So depending on how much money you fundraise, the more money that you fundraise, the higher up you get on our shirts. And, we try to let everybody know that we're training. So throughout the year, these shirts are going to be worn. It's just not for the one-day event. And with 40 people, training throughout the year, there's a lot of times when your businesses are going to be visible to everybody. So it's a great way to get them to donate.
That's great. Trent, what about you? I know you do something on your jersey, right?
Yeah, so this is our first try and our first version of our Bike MS team jerseys. My jiu-jitsu club was one of our donors, which was really exciting because that's something that I was a part of. And then one of my good friends works for a solar company, and they donated quite a bit as well. And so just different, like Leanne was saying, just different geography on the jerseys. I think based on how much people were willing to pitch in, I think that really that resonates because, like she said, there's a ton of us riding, and I mean, even though my team's pretty small right now, we're going to be growing year over year. And I mean, and I'm sure Leanne's the same way. You get a little bit preferential for the people who supported you early because those people have looked out for you from the beginning. I also was really fortunate, and we posted an email to the whole sales force of our company, and that was a really cool thing that we did that wasn't originally part of my plan to share that story, but it was something that I think has been really helpful. And we certainly, that's I think where I got most of my donations was friends through the company, not really a company donation.
Yeah. That's awesome. Jodi, what about you? How do you recognize your sponsors and your donors that help you out?
The Beam team has a Facebook page, so we do a lot on there, giving shout outs to our sponsors and our donors, and just social media. People love to, businesses shared and just for personal donations, same thing. Makes people feel good to get a shout out. So we just try to thank them that way. And then personally, I always do a thank you note that I make at the end of the event season with photos from all the events I've participated in. So last year I had done Bike MS New York City, Great Maine Getaway, and Ride the Vineyard. So I took pictures from those events and made a thank you note and sent it out to all my donors. And people really love seeing that.
Absolutely. They like seeing what you're doing and how their donation is helping you. And like I said, with us all living with multiple sclerosis and it being so unpredictable, and as I said earlier, we don't know what every day is going to look like. Someday we could be feeling really good, and then another day we barely can get up in the morning. And so it is so important for us to share our stories and share what the research is doing to help us over the years. And Leanne, being diagnosed in 1990, you've definitely seen a change in the medicines and the things that the National MS Society has done. Can you tell me what's the biggest impact in your life that you've seen that the National MS Society has helped you since it's been, since 1990?
You know what? I would say that that National MS Society has helped give me a voice and make me realize that there's no reason to hide with my diagnosis, and that I can actually go out there and somewhat be a role model for other people and live that way. So I think it's been huge for that.
That's awesome. And evidently, we are making a difference because we have Kenny from Illinois and John from Missouri joining us. Hey guys, welcome. And, we have all of us from different parts of the country. So, Trent, tell me about you. What kind of impacts has the National MS Society helped you?
Well, my mom got diagnosed in 2001, and so I guess I'm second generation MS, but it's been one of those things where I've gotten to see just the medications that she had to go through to get to some of the more advanced medications that we have now. That research has been something that she was a part of, which she kind of paved the way in a lot of ways for my success. I've been doing actually quite well, and that's in no small part due to the fundraising that's happened with 3 events before I was ever diagnosed, and then now I get to sort of pay that forward. And I'm hoping that not just in my lifetime, but in our near future, that we could find a cure for this, so that we can put this fundraising machine to other good causes. Once we've cured this, then we can cure more things, and I think that would be such a wonderful, just a wonderful legacy to leave.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Leanne, what about you? I mean, Jody, what about you? Sorry, Leanne.
For me, I think the biggest impact I've seen is the addition of oral treatments. When I was first diagnosed, I was doing weekly injections and it was not fun. I did that for 5 years before switching to an oral treatment. And it's truly life changing to just be able to take a pill in the morning that's working so well to give me good quality of life and to stop the advancement of my disease has been incredible. And I think also the MS Society has really made me feel seen and really made me feel capable of doing things that I never did before MS. I never had walked 50 miles in 3 days. I had never biked 63 miles. I had never walked the runway for MS fashion plates along with Leanne. So I think it just has been so amazing to be a part of the MS Society and all of the events and the community.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's amazing. I'm a very open book and outgoing person. And so, but the MS Society has given me that voice where I can go and share my story and know that no matter where I am, anywhere in the country, I have bike MS heroes, people that are dedicated to saving our life one pedal at a time, or one step at a time, or one mud run at a time. They truly are. And that's what's amazing. And we have Val from New York City joining us, and they have a cool event there where it's climb to the top. So that's a really fun event, and something I never thought I would do, but I think it'd be really cool. It's a lot of steps. Um,
I actually just did it in March for the first time ever. I
yeah.
had volunteered at it for many years, and this year I decided to do it. I hate stairs, but I started climbing the stairs at the hospital I work at to train, and it was actually the week before everything started to shut down. So I'm so glad I got it in and got to experience, and it was a blast. So if anyone has
Oh,
a chance to do that in New York or Boston, I highly recommend.
and that's what's so great about it is there's so many different ways to be involved. And even though our actual ride was canceled this weekend, you can still join, and that's what's really cool. So if you're watching us, I would love for you to sign up for a Bike MS virtual event. There's no registration fee. All family members can come, and you can help fundraise in fun ways. See what you're doing. I've seen some kids do some chalk art outside, and they'll actually social distancing, of course, come and draw something on your driveway, for a donation. Just something to kind of motivate and show people that we are making a difference, in the lives of people living with MS. It's truly outstanding to see everybody. So if you're watching, let us know what you're doing. Let's share ideas, because this is a true team and family. That's something I've said at all of the MS events that I participate in, that we are a family. We're in this together. We're going to work together. We can, like I said, we can lean on each other and say, today I'm having a really bad day, and I know someone from the MS Society understands what that means. And right now in person they'd give me a hug, but right now they're sending me virtual hugs. But being a Southern person, I can't wait to hug somebody, in real life. um, and I hope it's very soon. But I am so excited about all of the things that are happening and what we're doing. You know, Trent, you mentioned earlier when we were chatting that you might have a fun little fundraising idea, being from Texas.
Yeah.
My little
So,
Texas
so
rival here.
I grew up in Texas, but my college team, my family, and my love is the University of Oklahoma. And as someone who lives in Austin, that's it's both fun when we win and quite and quite painful to live so close to such a terrible color like burnt orange. But MS orange is great.
Right.
MS orange is great, but burnt orange is just dreadful. But I'm willing to. So we're pretty close to my goal of $7,500, and if I'm able to get to that point before the race, I will buy a UT shirt, and I will wear with a smile. With a smile, I will wear a UT shirt around Kyle Field, which is kind of a double slam, really. Wearing a UT shirt in the Aggie Stadium, and as a Sooner fan, really, I think it would be that is the best gift I have to offer.
All right. So make sure if y'all are watching this, either if you're OU fans or Hook 'em Horns, you want to make sure that you donate to Trent, because I want to see him when I'm on stage calling his name as he rides in. I want to see him in my burnt orange jersey. So make sure you donate to Trent or Jodi or Leanne. Their comments are in there. But also, like I said, if you're watching live, tell us what you're doing. Use the hashtag virtual bike MS. Share your ideas. In these times where it's so unpredictable, we need to work together to come up with a plan. So, and we will end MS. We'll get creative. So thinking about this, Jodi or Leanne, you got some creative ideas that are kind of coming to you yet? Or are you going to kind of steal some ideas from other team captains?
Right now, I'm going to steal some ideas from other team captains. Oh, Jodi's got one.
Oh, look.
Lucky to bribe people to like, look how cute she is. Give us donations.
Oh, and look, and she has a Team Bean shirt on.
Her Bean Team sweatshirt. Oh, she was sleeping. She's definitely like emotional now. This is Finley. She's a 9-week-old Irish Doodle. I got her last week.
Aww.
My best bud, and she is going to be the Bean Team mascot.
Super cute.
Isn't she cute? I would do pet therapy with everybody virtual if you make a donation. You can.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Get a cute puppy.
Oh, sweet puppy. I love it. I love virtual pet therapy. You know, it's exciting that Robin from Rhode Island also joined us. Hey, Robin. Nice to see you. And Lynn from Team Sozo. Great to see you. You know, as we kind of close up and share, I really want to thank everyone for being a part of Virtual Bike MS. This weekend, please share, comment, use the hashtag Virtual Bike MS, and let us know what you're doing. We would also like to thank our fantastic Bike MS sponsors, especially our premier national sponsor, Primal. And actually, I have my Primal jersey right here. Thank you, Primal. That's me featured on the back with our $1 million. Awesome. Thank you, Primal. We also want to thank our national sponsor, Left Hand Brewing. And we also have great local sponsors supporting our rides all year long. Thank you for supporting us and our mission to stop MS, restore what's been lost, and end MS forever. Fundraising ideas, shout outs. Lori, thank you so much for sharing you. She started a side business to make and sell cake pops for donations called Mission Possible. Sorry. Thank you so much for sharing that idea, Lori. Very creative. We are so excited. Also want you to join us next weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern time for our next virtual ride. And it's through Facebook Live again. You can go to the page. Like I said, all weekend long, go to Bike MS page and all of these things and ideas and share what you're doing. We want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are thrilled to see you. Trent, Leanne, Jodi, it was so nice to see y'all. I'm hugging you virtually. I miss y'all, miss everybody. I just miss humans. And so it's good to see you. Ride safe. And we will see y'all on the route when it is safe for us to be there. Take care, everybody.
Awesome. You too.
Thank you.